Greetings, everybody. We have done it. I have done it. We have done it. I reached Colonel with ANZAC Armoured only. I would just wrap it up here with the ANZAC Armoured experiment, challenge, whatever you want to call it. Unless, of course, you definitely want to continue me doing this. So otherwise I would just play normal run games with some slightly unorthodox decks, like non-full meta decks or only rarely, and just mostly, I don't know, something like Hunt Motorized or something along those lines, or just USA, just play this in ranked maybe. Unless, of course, if every one of you is in the comments saying, "Oh my god, please continue, get as far as you can," then I will continue. But I think that after a while it kind of gets boring. It's always, well, on many maps it's the same strategy. It's always the same. It's always the same unit compositions and all that. Since I also can't change the deck and all that, I mean, I could get higher. I'm pretty sure I could get Brigadier General, maybe even Major General. It's just a matter of time. I mean, just, I think since the last update I played, I believe, 3 games. 2 of those were against a Brigadier General and 1 against a Colonel, I think. So I'm gonna show you these, but I would say that we're gonna wrap things up here with this. Oh wow, exactly 1,600 games replays. I would say that we wrap things up here and I just do some quote-unquote normal games. While I think it is in one sense fun to just see, okay, how far can the skill, the pure skill, get me if I'm playing with a, how do I put it, niche, non-meta deck, you could call it. Like I said, I think it's gonna get repetitive after a while, which is why I also stopped uploading literally every single game that I played. But I'm gonna show you the last 3 games I played, and luckily, very very luckily, all of them were on hell in a very small place. Now the first one, oh wait, 1 second. So we have a 94.4% victory ratio, 2 losses. If you want to get technical, it's only 1 loss, and then we would have a they would have a 97.1% victory ratio. But unfortunately, I just fucked up that one time. I tried to search ranked and queued up with Commonwealth, so I just stopped searching. But I already found a game, so it counted as a loss. Yada yada yada. Anyways, playing against TechB. You may have seen the last 3 games on stream, so if you have been watching the streams recently, then know these games. But I'm just gonna do it fairly quickly. Like I said, I think we're gonna wrap things up here. If you have any suggestions what to do instead, or if you definitely want me to continue, just write it down in the comments. I'm interested to see what you think I should do. So he's playing US. I wanted to do something different here. I'm not gonna go for Golf or 2-pointer immediately. I wanna go for this Foxtrot area. This area basically, so that I can push into Charlie from several angles and not just only from this one road here, which has been a problem once. Unfortunately, yet again. Oh no, I did not. I just didn't bother starting with the motor. I forgot it. Plain and simple. But yeah. Gonna go for here. He's playing US. He's using starships and M113s with Rifleman 90 pretty much exclusively here, with the exception of an M1 IP or something every now and then, which is good for me. A bunch of Leopards should easily win against Leopards, and a starship with only 11 heat AP can't really do much against my Leopards. And they also have bad range. And with lots of M41A1s and fire support, these Razzmann are no problem either. I've kind of fucked up here with my commandos, but that doesn't matter. And honestly, I think this game is fairly not special. He has a longbow. He kills like a few leopards, I believe, or no. I tried to went for it with my Mirage, but got shot down by the pivots. I smoked my leopard so he can't get line of sight. But yeah, it's fairly straightforward, fairly boring match, so I don't think I need to continue. Only the strategy generally is a bit different than usual. He's not been. Well, I was very surprised that he wasn't pushing down Gulf once he saw that I'm attacking here. So basically, got this part of Gulf for free, especially this, which is important, so I don't get flanked from that side when I have stuff in there. Wants to protect his 2-pointer. The M1A1 is actually doing a lot of trouble because he's one-shotting a lot of my tanks up somewhat close range. I killed the longbow with my Mirages. I basically just hold here. Not even bothering getting anything in there. I force the CV to move. I get fairly close to killing it. If it had only 5 HP like a normal Jeep, then we would have been dead. But like I said, there's really nothing too special in this game, I think. Just messing up those leopards. Patriot gets my F111C. Nighthawk kills my shit here. And I think that's like the most things that happen. Nighthawk killed one leopard, but I killed this Nighthawk. I'm gonna check rapiers. Harrier and Raven. Raven killing one tracked rapier, but the FSA, but the normal tracked rapier, I believe, finishes it off, or it hits it and the FSA finishes it off. Not sure, but very lucky to get the Raven. 60% ECM, mind you. Now he's just driving through there. Takes a while to get my CV, but just a desperate attempt. Nothing gonna do much, and I win the game. It was against a Colonel, got me like 18 points or something. Next match is kind of more interesting because I haven't played against. I don't think I played against him in ranked with ANZAC Armoured yet. He's playing Entente, which is definitely a very strong deck. Proletariat 91 shooting my leopards. I'm 60 PBs with that close fire support. And obviously lots of strong other units. Fairly short one though. M41A1 is also a huge problem. MI17s, although he doesn't use a lot of them. Bit annoying. I kinda fuck up with my M113s here, and I think I lose at least one with the commandos inside. Oh no, I lose my mortar of course again because for whatever reason I decided to again move it forward with my tanks. So I'm with two M91 VHORs, not the A VHOR, the 130.1s, which is interesting. Not the, I think against my deck you either want M84As or maybe the M191A VHOR or the Moderna, but then you have to be very careful with microing it and that I don't get too close. But I don't think the M91 VHOR base one is the best tank. I'm not sure, maybe I'm wrong, but personally I would not have used it. Although, I mean, he doesn't know, or probably doesn't know what deck I'm using. Although on the other hand, he did know it was me. So maybe he does know that I'm playing this deck. Hera here, which is... I didn't even notice. Killed it, but... Luckily I did get a tank CV here. Otherwise I might have lost this game. But at the very least it would have been a big setback. And the viewers are a big problem. I have to get them in. I have to get into close range to kill them. Get some damage off, lose one leopard, but a lot of damage. Oh shit, I completely forgot that. He tried to do some moves here with his M84AN and I think some BVPs, but I got his M84AN with a Kehu. And then just wrapped things up with my Leopard S1s and the commandos. Just trying to not necessarily damage these Vihors, but try to go for the Vihors again with my Kehu, but try to reset the repair timer. Try to get this M84 in, but I fail unfortunately. Moving up but unsupported, so I fuck his one Vihor without any losses other than some men of my commando squads, which is completely fine. I have this position here with a Leopard Ace-1, although only on 1 HP, which is bad. But I force him to spend quite a lot of points here. L15M gets all these commandos here, unfortunately. I think if I would have gotten into the town, I could have gotten it completely. Especially if I could have been, if I was able to get into CQC. Jesus, there we go. Yeah, 2 also AKMs here. So, which I knew there was some A here, but not 100% certain what. I'm just moddering it because you always expect stuff to be in there, and as you can see, the AKM is panicked. This one is worried. Oh, that's always a good thing. Here is showing again. I lose 2 leopards, unfortunately, to the L15M. A third one to the Vihor. L15M being ridiculously good, and I get the Vihor with my Kehu though, so that's definitely nice. And I believe I lose my Kehu, I'm not 100% certain. Now Padobranzi. Whatever, but yeah, he does a fire starter move and biases the V4 Bravo, which I don't understand. Because I wasn't ticking and he was behind the ground. He has an M84AN on top here, which I think I know because I sent some stuff over, like, yeah, exactly. I sent 2 Commandos 90 squads up there, but one got killed by those 2 tanks. This is empty, which is bad for him. He has no tanks here. And so he decides to just surrender. The points weren't quite not that one-sided, but I think the position was definitely in my favor. And last match was against Cortex. Maybe you remember him. He was very active back in early 2016, before I made YouTube videos, where I was climbing towards the general rank with my main account. Playing pretty much exclusively the Eurocore and I think France. If I had to guess, he's French, but you never know. Or maybe he's just he's an alt account of Morpher or Sarto, although I'd be surprised. But you never know. Maybe he is and nobody knows. Would be funny, to be honest. But very interesting. Although no, he can't be, because he is using base Rima, which I don't understand why you would do that. Anyways, he put up a good fight. Trying to do the same thing as against the US player. MX-10 RC is definitely a pain in the ass, but my M41A1's do a decent job killing them with the help of the mortars. I got 2 of them, so that's nice. Here's a Leclerc there. Not for long though. Moving this time, I could have been more aggressive here maybe, but those are just M41A1s, so. SIP. Now what I do here, I had my leopards here, out of line of sight up to the Leclerc. I had my commandos, well, but they got it down to 5 HP. Interesting. Anyways, I'm smoking here. Fast moving my leopard S1 plus getting out of cover and be in 1000 meter range or something along those lines, and then be able to just finish off the Leclerc and kill it with 3 shots. And I lose one, but it's fine. And yeah, he's using base Rima. There's no reason to use base Rima. They get I don't even think they get a Panther as a transport, and they are just basically like base Legion, but 5 kilometers per hour slower. Although I believe base Legion have the FAMAS as their primary weapon. and these guys have a battle rifle. So if that's the case, then maybe there's a reason to use Rima. I haven't considered that before. But yeah, I would say that I win the opener here. It makes sense, our problem, but that's could be worse. I think I'm a bit too too passive though, because as you will see, he will do some sort of comeback. It's Rima here, which I have to be careful about because I have actually nothing spotting them. They could just move up to the Jack Rapier, most likely. Finish off these A makes sense. I believe at this range I can one-shot them, but they can't me because I obviously have higher armor. And there goes my leopard. Just positioning these M41s here as defense against infantry and light vehicles. Come down to see what's up. I get both AMX 32s, which was really nice, and only lost one leopard. Now that's the second one to the Legion. He buys the second Leclerc. I buy Tango 3 for Charlie, although it will be a problem. Or will not. Spoiler alert, will not end well. He gets a super at the nerd, but I believe he lost sight on the tank. He probably had sight when it was moving from the road to the forest. Fortunately for me, he lost it. I was very well aware that these leopards were spotted, by the way. These were sitting there and were spotted. I was well aware, but at the same time, I wanted them here so they can shoot at reinforcements. And I don't want to bunch my shit up far behind at the back of the forest, so I can't actually see anything that might move up. He gets my tractor rapier, which is bad, but my leopard CV is in cover, but they are the Legion 90 moving up, which is bad. Tiger head. Also a big problem for me. I'm smoking here to just retreat, but I do a big mistake. And here I move sideways. Yep. And get into line of sight. Although maybe I should have just stayed in the smoke, to be honest. Would have been the most safe or the safest thing to do. Now here's the Leclerc here. I only have two leopards there. A third one moving up. I'm advancing into here with support of tanks and Commandos 90, so that is very nice. So I'm not dependent on getting Charlie. Unfortunately, I failed to finish off the Tiger head. I position RB 70 here, so I can shoot at the potential helicopters should they fly down there. Try to get into close range with the Leclerc again, but fail, so I retreat. Don't want to lose leopards for nothing. If I get into a fight with the Leclerc, I definitely want to win that or kill the Leclerc, whatever the cost. But I never just want to damage it if possible, because that would mean that I would most likely lose at least a few leopards, and unless I actually kill the Leclerc, that's not gonna be worth it for me, because he can just repair it, and I have to wait until I have again 4, 5, 6 leopards before I can be an actual threat to the Leclerc, unless I get a lucky side shot. One of them actually catches a shot while moving 3 open here between the forests, putting on pressure here. So it's not quite working out. Tiger head getting resupplied. He doesn't have a FOB. Aim of 60. Also, not sure if I said it, but he's playing France and not Eurocore, obviously. Now here I'm trying again, get into the close fight, because the Leclerc was sitting here, I knew it. And yeah, I failed to realize that the first encounter with the Leclerc, it was already damaged, so I was very surprised, because I wasn't looking at the HP, that my leopards actually took so many shots to kill the Leclerc here. And I just managed to kill the Leclerc. That was really, really close. I believe I had 5 leopards there. But one here, one there, third one here, fourth here. I'm pretty sure there was a 5th one. And I don't mean this one. 4, 5. Anyways, I was actually surprised because in my brain I only needed 3 or maybe 4 shots. but I think I had needed like 5, 6, maybe 7. So I was very relieved after the first few shots when I realized I barely do any damage, that I was managing to kill the Leclerc, because again, if he was able to get out with 1 HP and I lost all these leopards, that would have been a disaster. Sure, I could have just gotten a KO maybe and get a bit lucky and just kill it with 1 pass, but still, I lost 4 leopards for nothing in that scenario, if he was able to get out alive. So it was actually very important, more important than I thought it would be. Again, trying to put on pressure here. I have these sort of as turrets, defending stuff from shooting at infantry that might wanna cross here like we see now. It's kind of funny, but you know, if it works, if it looks stupid but it works, it ain't stupid, right? And I think the rest is fairly uneventful again. I lose this position, but that's not a huge issue as long as I can hold on to this and this. Just flying around the Mirage to see whether I may sneak some helicopters around. MX-30 tanks, which is interesting. Again, MX-32, not the best tank. I prefer the MX-40. Yes, a Rafale and 2 bombers trying to get my CV. I completely forgot the second barrage here that nearly got my CV, but I got a bit lucky here. MX-32's finish off 3 of my leopards and I only killed 1 MX-32 and 113, which is bad, but so be it. I'm still thinking it's only 10 minutes left, so I just have to be a bit defensive here. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. Trying to snipe my CV, no success. Trying to be annoying here for him. I realize he has barely anything there, so I try to exploit it. Don't go too far, but I force the CV out. I actually put a tank CV in here, although it's just a shitty tank CV. There's tank CV there. Again, be just very annoying to him. Kill the tank CV. And that's pretty much it. I have a few bad losses at the end, but I have that notion that when I'm kind of ahead, or I think that I'm winning, I kind of play very sloppy in some scenarios. Now he has a 2-stack of Leclercs, but it's not gonna win him the game. I actually get 3 damage of him. Interesting. And there we go. 1 second, I got a message. Alright. Yeah. What? Lost connection. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I am Colonel. I think we're gonna stop here. Unless of course every one of you wants me to continue. If you want me to continue, then let me put it this way. Just write in the comments what you think I should do now as a series. Should I just go back to ranked games, play some decks, what the hell? You see this? Good job, Eugen. Just let me know what you think I should do. Go back to normal ranked games with some different decks every now and then. Try to do something with North Korea, although I think after the first 3-4 games, I think that just becomes boring. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do. Personally, I would just go back to playing ranked. Play some kind of different decks, slightly unorthodox, you get the point, and yeah, that's basically it. Thank you very much for watching. If I'm actually gonna stop with the series here, then thank you for watching the series. I think it was quite successful when it comes to views and stuff. So thanks for that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the, I guess you could call it, journey. I'm surprised at the victory ratio. I mean, I played a lot of lieutenants, I played a lot of majors, but I also played a bunch of colonels, lieutenant colonels, and brigadier generals. And with the exception of that one match versus Putin, I won all of them. So I think it kind of proves my point that ANZAC is far from a bad deck. Like I said it before, if you couple ANZAC with any deck that has a super heavy, you will have a pretty viable and in many scenarios a fully competitive deck because it adds so much. The infantry, AA, bombers, and anti-tank planes. So I think it is very underrated because a lot of people, especially on Reddit keep memeing about buff ANZAC, blah blah blah. But I think it is actually the best, probably the best of the minor nations. And with minor nations, I mean Sweden, Denmark, Norway, North Korea. I'm not sure about Japan and ANZAC, but Japan and South Korea, but I think it's still better than those who in a 1 versus 1 scenario, mind you. In a 1 versus 1 scenario. Probably better than China. So I wouldn't say anything else. I think out of these, I would say that ANZAC is in a 1 versus 1 scenario, on average, the most viable deck. Because you just have the best infantry. Norway is a hard contender when it comes to infantry. It's arguably better because they have a lot of very good transports, but you have awkward AA. You have pretty bad support planes. You have a good bomber, you have a decent ASF, but you don't have an anti-tank plane, strong one, dealing with super heavies. So I'd say that out of these decks that I just mentioned, I'd say that in a 1 versus 1 scenario, ANZAC is the best one. And I would even say that ANZAC might even be able to rival decks like Czechoslovakia. Maybe even France, so that's a big stretch. Again, maybe not necessarily on especially against France. Maybe like not against nuclear winter, but like I said, on average, I think it is still very, very definitely far from meta, but capable in a 1 versus 1 scenario. And I think I kind of proved that, even though, you know, the skill level, you know, I'm gonna sound arrogant here, but it's just how it is. Skill level in pretty much all of these matches played a big role. Yeah, let me know what you think I should do. Thanks for sticking with me, and I hopefully see you next time.